Arnett, go ahead and shoot me some questions.
All right. How do you try to? You already covered some of that. How do you try to make yourself different from all the other promotions?
Doing exactly what I'm saying. Like I've been doing Cleveland All Pro. This will be my 17th year, and I've been through every phase. I've done the ECW hardcore style when that was big, 96 through 99. Then I did the Ring of Honor deal, which was 2003 until 2007. And it goes to show you how the economy and how the people's perception of pro wrestling is played. When Ring of Honor was coming to Cleveland, I was the local promoter. So the first time we came in, we drew 650 people. So Ring of Honor is paying me $1 a ticket to be the local promoter. So he's handing me a check for $650. We come back the next show, it's $575. Come back the next show with Christian when he was right in the TNA. We drew fucking 450 people. Carrie and Gabe are looking at me like, JT, what the hell's going on? I was like, look, dude, I'm telling you right now, Cleveland is a bad city for wrestling because all the other promotions have killed the way the business is. All they're doing is they can't get people to buy a ticket. So what they got to do is they got to give the tickets away. And TNA, every pay-per-view, it's free in Orlando. Every TV taping, it's free in Orlando. WWE comes to Cleveland, the Q. 75% of it's free tickets to fill it up with TV. I refuse to give away tickets. If it's like, a handicap group or, something, that's a different story. But when you're giving people that are working every day, 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, you got a $5 ticket and they can't buy a ticket, come on, man. It's ridiculous, but they'll go out there and buy a pack of cigarettes for $5.75 instead of, buying the ticket and entertaining their kids or some crap like that. It's ridiculous. What else you got?
Okay, how do you try to bring back pro wrestling in Cleveland? How do you try to make it something that people want to see?
Well, after 2007, when I did my 14th year anniversary, I was like, I've had enough of this. And I didn't want to run shows no more. So what I decided to do is I decided to take off like it was either 6 or 8 months, I'm not sure. And then I was like, I've been doing it for so long, I got to keep doing it. And so what I wanted to do is, I was like, well, I'm going to find me a different venue. I'm going to get back involved. Because I had sold everything. I sold both of my rings. I sold all my title belts. I sold my sound system. I sold everything. I was just totally done with everything. And then when you're doing it for so long, you got to understand, if you're familiar with the Cleveland indie scene, I am responsible for probably about 80% of the workers that are in here. I'm talking J-Rock, I'm talking Ray Rowe, I'm talking M-Dog 20, I'm talking Josh Prohibition. I'm talking all your top guys that are in this, all Cleveland area. I had something to do with training these guys.
Really?
Because I had the biggest training center, the only training center in Cleveland. Guys were coming down 3 days a week. I was getting them for $1,500. We're working out 4 hours a time. I'd have a class of 15 to 20 guys. Then the business started sloping down, and there was 15 guys, and there was 10 guys, there was 5 guys. And by the time the 10 guys was done, you got guys who come in telling me that I don't know what I'm doing. I seen this on a videotape. This is how the move's done, JT. This ain't how it's done. I was like, look, you're 18 years. I've been in the business 18 years. You're 18 years old. You're telling me I don't know what I'm talking about? I had enough. That's when I said, forget it. So, like I said, everything's been in my blood, and I think that I have the best shows, and I'll bring it back, and people will see. It'll take time, but you'll see.
So you're going to bring this back more as an old school style?
Oh, yeah. It's all based on old school. I don't like the modern day wrestling. I don't like the modern day wrestling. I don't like anything that's in Cleveland. AIW is okay because they present something that's a little, it's on the edge. It's a mix between some like hard style wrestling, some Japanese style wrestling, but there's some guys that are just god awful that shouldn't even be in the ring. But that's my opinion. But like I said, a lot of people think my opinion doesn't mean shit, but I have forgotten more in this business than most people have learned. And, like I said, I've been wrestling for 18 years. I've had over 1,000 matches to my credit. I've wrestled all the stars. I've wrestled in TNA. I've wrestled in ECW. I've been on ECW or WWE SmackDown. I'm 40 years old. There's nothing left for me to do. I do this. I'm walking out of here today, break even. Didn't make $1. Did not make $1, but I didn't lose $1. And everybody got paid. That's important to say what a lot of these other guys do that don't pay their guys at all. I try to give somebody, somebody gets something, And if I walk in here break even, that's all that counts, I don't want to go home. My wife asked me, well, how much money did you lose today? It hasn't been like this for like 2 years. My wife used to be, hey honey, how much money did you make today? Now the question is, how much money did you lose tonight? It's never about a profit. I haven't made a profit, and this is no bullshit. This is our camera. I haven't made a profit since 2006.
Damn.
And I've only been off for 7 months, since 1993 to 2010. A total of 6 months. I'm talking running shows every single month for 17 years, except for that 6-month period between 2008 or 2007 and February of 2008. 1 show a month at least, sometimes 2, 3, 4 shows a month. Haven't made no profit. Some people don't know or care about Chris Hamrick. A lot of people say, well, they wouldn't pay to see Mitch Ryder. I personally, I'm old school. I enjoy Memphis wrestling and Georgia Championship wrestling and Smoky Mountain wrestling. That's what all my shit is based off of. It ain't about TNA. It ain't about WWE.
I mean, Chris Hamrick's not a young guy anymore, and he can still go tonight.
Chris is 44. Yeah, he's 44, and I just turned 40. I think Chris is 44. You know, and those guys, Chris Hamrick just drove 10 hours.
Damn.
And if you knew what I paid him, and he's driving 10 hours back, you'd be like, dude, is he stupid or what? But he's not in the bit. Well, it's just what he does for a living. But he does it because he loves the business. And that's why I do it.
In the brief conversation we had with him, he had nothing but respect for the area and you as a
like I've been with Chris for a long time, and he's just amazing. Like I said, I talk to the guys in the back. I always do a pre-show thing. I tell them, I said, look, it's not about you. It's about me. You know, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here.
Right.
You know, because I run a strict locker room. Things have to be a certain way. No one's going to walk over me. I don't care if Ralph was pissed off at me. He could take me out there and beat my ass. Give a shit. He wants to work for me. I don't want to work for him. So it's his loss. There's always another Ralph. There's always another Christian Vaughn. There's always another Robbie Starr. But these guys are here because they deserve to be here. I just don't throw guys on it. Well, you know, I do. I throw guys on here like students and shit like that. But, you know, it's one of those type of things that, you know, you're either with the program or you're not. And if you're not, I suggest you move on up the road because I don't tolerate shit.
Of the guys you got on your staff right now, your roster, do you see anyone who has the star potential, the impact?
Robbie Starr. And Matt Mason is the High Def Supernovas. I think they're the best tag team. Christian Vaughn's really good as a heel. A lot of the undercard guys like Aftermath or Sean Blaze, they got it, but they're not the whole package. They can work, but they don't put the pieces in the right puzzle. So sometimes their matches seem good, but it's missing something. And I can sit there and I can critique every single guy that comes in the back. Well, you could have did this and you could have did that, you know, and everything. And they'll look at me like, oh, what are you talking about? Like I said, I've been doing this a long time. And I was like, I've probably had more experience in this entire show, except for Chris Hamrick when they tried it. You know, Chris has been in it like 22 years. I think Mitch has been in it 18 or 19. So, but when you got us three in the back, working with the boys, everybody's going to develop eventually. You know, so it's just a matter of everybody working on the same page and getting it together.
How do you like Ralph's?
Well, you know, Ralph is, here's another thing, is like Ralph's had his tenure with me, I think 3 times, maybe even 4. I'll be like, God damn, dude, you know, what the fuck does it take to get you to be fucking focused on me and training? Because he'll get me spurts. He'll come in and press the shit out of me for like a month, and then fucking disappear for like 6 months. Then a year. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And then he comes back and he's all fucking dude, I've been working out fucking 10 hours a day in the gym. Dude, I'm twice the size. I'm gonna get in the ring. Oh, here you go again. Here's your opportunity. I got a soft spot for a lot of guys. Everybody deserves a second chance. And Ralph's never fucked me. He's never fucked me. J-Rock fucked me.
Oh yeah.
JC fucked me. You know, people like that, you know, but I've always given everybody a second chance.